Welcome to the Strategic Cybersecurity channel brought to you by NKFP. If you are new here, we are glad to have you. Thanks for joining us. Today, we are going to describe our main focus will be the profit center of traditional bank in East Africa. As I said in the previous video, it's very important for a CISO to understand the profit center of the organization they are working for. This will help us to identify the critical data that they will have to secure with a strong cybersecurity strategy. So our main focus, as I said, will be to list some of the profit center of traditional banks in East Africa. As with Central Africa and Western Africa, we will still have retail banking. But here in East Africa, it's a mass market. It's a huge market because we have a growing middle class and rising financial inclusion. The service will include saving, current account, personal loans. So bank we drive revenue through interest income, fees on accounts, and credit products. And as you know, East Africa was one of the pioneers of mobile money. So therefore, you will have mobile money and digital banking through mobile wallets like M-Pesa in Kenya and agent banking. So how banks are going to drive revenue using this type of service? It will be through transaction fees, float interest, and service charges. Like in the other parts of Africa, you will also have corporate and small and medium enterprise banking. Why? Because small and medium enterprise are critical for job creation and economic growth in many countries. What are the type of service proposed by bank to this customer segments? It's basically business loans, trade finance, and cash management. So how does bank are going to drive revenue here? It will be through interest on loan and transaction fees. It's also important to mention that we will also have trade finance and export and import banking through letter of credit guarantee. Why? Because this will help banks to support regional trade, especially with manufactured goods and agricultural products. And how banks are going to drive revenue here? It will be through fees and commissions. And like in Western and East Africa, we have also treasury and government securities. This is another profit center because government securities provide a safe income source for bank. Because what is the service? They will invest in banks, bonds, treasury bills, and forest trading. And how banks are going to drive revenue with this service? It will be through interest and trading income. And one of the key areas in East Africa that is worth to mention also is agricultural finance, because agricultural employ a large share of the population. So a CISO in this part of the country must also take into consideration that one of the profit centers for traditional banks in East Africa, for one of the profit centers is agricultural finance. It's more developed in this part of Africa. So how those banks, you have loans that is going to be tailored off to farmers, and how banks are going to drive revenue will be through interest and fees on those credits. Aim with this understanding of the profit center. A CISO, who is an executive that is responsible for the cybersecurity of an organization, will have a clear understanding of the kind of business they are working in, how the business is making money, so that it will implement a cybersecurity strategy that will be a business enabler for the organization. In the next video, we are going to talk about the profit center in the Northern African region. Thank you.